Bobby's standing by. I'm going to get to you, Bobby, in a second, but I want to go over the story. This concrete manufacturing plant that will manufacture both concrete and asphalt. The city is saying it could mean a lot in tax dollars. It could mean a sales tax as well. I don't know how that all works, but at the very least, the revenue and another business coming on. But here we go again with a battle in the Common Council over, are we going to allow this business to come in?
The mayor, about a little over a month ago, announced that the former Matt Petroleum site on Leland Avenue, which is basically across from the Utica Fire Academy training site there, was sold.
Recycling center over there, the olive oil place
Bus
over
garage.
there. Bus garage. It's an
the
industrial section of Utica.
If you remember, they had the big tanks there the old days. Well, anyway, it was sold to a company called Rakelli Northern. They're from Syracuse. They plan to invest $2.5 million to build, as you mentioned, a concrete and blacktop plant. It'll create about 30 new jobs and, of course, also would increase sales tax revenue for the city. And they're going to buy the property for $60,000. And, of course, the sale must be approved by the council, and that's where it's now apparently hit a snag.
Can someone explain to me where the difficulty is?
I don't know. I think if it means new jobs and new revenue and maybe we can go local to fix our streets.
Is it safe? I mean, is it safe? It's not like it's going to be like promoting or spewing toxins. Is it safe? I mean, I guess that's a question.
It lets off an odor.
But as long as it what?
That's about it. I think it just leaves a smell in the air. So I can see where some of the neighbors down there may have a problem with that.
Is that the case?
Yeah, I remember probably 2 or 3 years ago there was a proposed plant going in Gravesville up in the town of Trenton. And the neighbors up there, rightfully so, had a lot to say about the truck traffic and the odor and the debris. But
the problem you're going to have,
that's in a residential neighborhood.
The problem you're going to have here is that's what that area is. I mean, have you ever smelled the recycling center? The
fumes from the bus garage.
Where are you going to put this, on the Parkway? Should it go there? I would imagine the neighbors would have a problem over there. But that area is designed for this city, and it's like everything else. We're going to grow. We want to grow. But we don't want to grow now because it's going to be too much traffic. And what if these 3,000 jobs come to Nano? It's like we can't get out of our own way. It amazes me.
I discovered something that might hold up that Nano project this morning. There's a black bear at the end of my road on Flanagan Road.
Your wife in Marcy.
Yes, and right in I wouldn't call it downtown Marcy, but just below SUNY's campus where it's densely populated. My wife was walking the dog this morning and saw a black bear. So
wow,
it's going to be a wildlife refuge now.
That's very interesting. All right, Bobby's on the line. He's been waiting. You want to talk about this concrete thing? 736-0186. Bob, go ahead. You're on the radio.
Good morning, Bill. How are you?
Good morning.
The city is often like a desperate guy who hasn't been on a date in a while.
Okay. I see where you're going with that. Yeah.
We have a tendency, see the Purcell project, which is almost dead now.
Mm-hmm.
We have a tendency to say, well, it's here, therefore we have to take it.
Right.
Instead of saying, okay, is 60,000 really the most you could get? Is that number of jobs really the most you could get? Is the trade of the tax revenue from the noxious smells that you're going to have in that neighborhood, ruining quality of life, the best you could do? And the answer is, once again, we should not just take the first offer because it's an offer. We made this mistake on Purcell. We can do much better. And the other thing we need to do is, instead of waiting for these noxious developers to show up with these proposals, we should be marketing each piece of property individually in such a way that there's an overall plan, and then you wouldn't have this problem.
Yeah. Let me ask you, though, at what point, though, that area is designated for manufacturing, for industry. There's a recycling plant there. There are trucks going in and out. It was a place where oil and gas was stored. I believe Fast Track, the Bull Brothers used to have a facility there. That's what that area is meant for. Where else are you going to put something like this?
Well, maybe something like this just isn't right for Utica. In 2016, we can find other types of manufacturing that will have trucks going in and out and jobs showing up. We can have other types of manufacturing that do not carry the side effects that an asphalt plant does.
Bobby, one of the biggest problems when it comes to infrastructure in the country, not only the country, but our city, is roads and things like that. You don't think that there would be some benefit, not just for roads, but people that would be, going to do business with this asphalt company, since that's a problem all over the country?
If we had our act together on the organization of how we did the roads, then maybe I could agree with you. The problem is in Utica, unlike other communities, we do not score our roads. You do not know when your road's going to get done. I know of a gentleman, for instance, in South Utica, whose road has not been done in 45 years.
Yeah, we saw that story. We talked about that earlier.
So until we get organized about how we're going to go about the process, it would be nice if we had our act together, and then you could bring in the asphalt plant in a place that wasn't as noxious and say, oh, well, look, we're really going to solve the problem now. But that's so much cart before the horse because, again, we've got to get the way we do business on a daily basis organized so that if I'm living like I do here on Mary Street, I should know what order my road is in.
Okay, well, we're now talking about two different topics here. And I know they're somewhat related, I guess, because this proposed plant would manufacture the asphalt that might go on the roads. But, listen, this is somebody that wants to invest. They're ready to come in. It's an industrial area. Are you saying turn them away?
I am saying turn them away. I think we can do better. In fact, I know we can do better. I know the people of Utica deserve better. And you just got to not be so jumpy. We jumped and Purcell was wrong. There's jumping going on in the Harbor Point proposal. It's wrong. We've got to sit back and say, hey, this is ours. It has value. We should maximize that value, not just the first offer that hits the table.
All right, Bobby, appreciate the call. Thanks, man. 7360186, you want to pipe in on this? You guys want to talk about this?
I just don't see what else can go there.
Yeah, it is... it's not a place where you're going to build like a greenhouse.
I don't see people knocking down on the doors just to use that property.
No, because it's not a pretty area.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. And it is on the canal, or it's on the river, actually, over there.
Mm-hmm.
And
there's a garbage dump right down the road.
There is.
I mean, you're talking about the smells or whatever. The smell from the dump is probably worse than the asphalt.
Exactly. I'd rather smell. I like the smell of a nice paved road.
I like the smell of a nice dump.
Are you playing that? Am I playing
I didn't mean that. Sorry.
Oh, what the hell are you doing over
I
there,
was researching what he was talking about with the Purcell project. I'm sorry.
Started playing audio.
Nice co-host
you
got here, Bill.
Get in there and fiddle with the keyboard. That's good there. I like it. All right, so we'll come back. Listen, you have an opinion on this? You live in Utica? 7360186. We'll come back and talk about it. I do fear, though, we're in the middle of another Stewart's deal. Because those milkshakes smell so delicious.
Yeah.
Yet that mess on the Parkway, that was just a debacle over there. And guess what? It's going there after all.